Good morning, class. Today is Monday, March 30th, 2020. Every day of the week, we have a lot of fun. Let's name all the days of the week one by one. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right, let's go over here. We're going to read these together. Ready? Go. Your father. We love to. At the end. My dad. For her. Not now. She said. Will run. Will you go? Who will help? Am going. Good job. Okay, we're going to do our high frequency words. So this word is four, like the sheep has 4 legs, although now you can see. So say the word four. Four. This next word is large, like the boys have large pumpkins. Say the word large. This word is round. The tractors have round wheels. Round. This word, it's hiding. This word is put. Put. We put our fruit in the bins or the baskets. Put. This word is none, as in none of the puppies have spots. None. This word is clever. The parrot is clever for figuring out how to make a basket with a ball. Can you imagine? That's so clever. This word is whole. The whole barn is painted red. This word is trouble. The goat had trouble getting out of the hole. Trouble. This word is startled. The little girl got startled or surprised. This word is organize. The little girl can organize her dolls from smallest to big. Organize. This word is distinguish. Distinguish. I can distinguish the sisters by the way their hair is. Distinguish. This word is entire. The boy ate his entire dinner. He ate all of it, entire. This word is classify. So the boy can classify the words by actions or feelings. Classify. Okay. We're going to go over and do our Rainbow Facts to 10. All right, are you guys ready? Rainbow Facts to 10, Rainbow Facts to 10. I know the Rainbow Facts to 10. 0 plus 10, 1 plus 9, 2 plus 8, 3 plus 7, 4 plus 6, 5 and 5. Rainbow Facts to 10, Rainbow Facts to 10. I know the Rainbow Facts to 10. I hope you guys are helping me sing. Ready? 10 plus 0, 9 plus 1, 8 plus 2, 7 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 5 and 5. Rainbow Facts to 10, Rainbow Facts to 10. I know the Rainbow Facts to 10. All right, I hope you guys have a good day. Bye. This is our story this week. It's called A Lost Button from Frog and Toad Are Friends by Arnold Lobel. And this is a fantasy story. So remember, a fantasy is a fictional story. It has made-up characters, settings, and events that could not happen in real life. And it often shows dialogue, so conversation, of what the characters are saying. Toad and Frog went for a long walk. They walked across a large meadow. They walked in the woods. They walked along the river. At last they went back home to Toad's house. "Oh, drat," said Toad. Okay, so we're going to talk about point of view right now. So point of view is what the character thinks or feels. So he says, oh, drat. So that tells me that he's upset. Okay, so let's think about what each character says, and that would be their point of view. That will tell us their point of view. Not only do my feet hurt, but I have lost one of the buttons on my jacket. Okay, so you guys can look at the illustrations to predict what this is going to be about. The title was The Lost Button, and if you guys look at the illustrations, it looks like Toad has lost a coat button, right? So let's make a prediction. Do you guys remember what a prediction is? A prediction is a guess. A prediction is a guess. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. A prediction is a guess. So what do you guys predict the story is going to be about? Think about it. What's the story going to be about? Maybe it's about someone finding their button. You guys think it's going to be about Toad trying to find his button? Yeah? Okay, let's see. Ready? Don't worry, said Frog. We will go back to all the places where we walked. We will soon find your button. They walked back to the large meadow. They began to look for the button in the tall grass. Okay, so they're trying to find the button. And Frog's point of view, he says not to worry. He says, don't worry. So his point of view is that he's kind of calm. He feels like they're going to find that button. He's not too worried. So his point of view is that he's calm and he's even patient. Here is your button, cried Frog. That is not my button, said Toad. That button is black. My button is white. Toad put the black button in his pocket. Okay, so I realize I don't understand if Frogs found the button. So we can reread something if we don't understand. So it says, here's your button. That is not my button. That button is black. So what happened? He found a different button, right? Okay, so just going back, do you guys look at how Frog and Toad are dressed? They have little jackets on and pants. They're talking. Those are all clues that this genre of the story is fantasy, okay? Frogs and toads are real animals, correct? Yes. But could Frog and Toad really exist? No, because animals don't really wear little jackets and they don't really talk to each other like people do, right? So that's our clue that it's fantasy. A sparrow flew down. Excuse me, said the sparrow. Did you lose a button? I found one. That is not my button, said Toad. That button has 2 holes. My button has 4 holes. Toad put the button with 2 holes in his pocket. Okay, so let's stop. Before we keep reading, we had to make a prediction, right? So I wonder if our prediction will be if he will find his button. I wonder if that's going to be correct. You guys can change your prediction. Does anyone want to change their prediction? No? Yes, maybe. So if you want to change your prediction right now, you can do that because stories are sometimes full of surprises. So maybe the story is not going to be about Toad finding his lost button, but maybe it will. If you guys want to change your prediction, your guess, you're allowed to do that. They went back to the woods and looked on dark paths. Here is your button, said Frog. That is not my button, cried Toad. That button is small. My button was big. Toad put the small button in his pocket. So they found another button. What do you think the point of view is for Toad right now? You think he's getting, look at his little face. You guys think he's getting a little frustrated? They're finding all these buttons, but they haven't found his button yet. So maybe he feels frustrated right now. Okay, ready? A raccoon came from behind a tree. I heard that you were looking for a button, he said. Here is one that I just found. That is not my button, wailed Toad. That button is square. My button was round. Toad put the square button in his pocket. Frog and Toad went back to the river. They looked for the button in the mud. Here's your button, said Frog. That is not my button, shouted Toad. That button is thin. My button was thick. So now, how do you guys think Toad is feeling now? What's the point of view? Can't find his button. They're looking everywhere. And now it says that he's starting to shout. So if you're shouting, how do you usually feel if somebody's starting to shout or you're shouting? Usually you're kind of upset, right? If you're shouting, you're upset. So the point of view of Toad right now is he's pretty mad and upset. Toad put the thin button in his pocket. He was very angry. He jumped up and down and screamed, "The whole world is covered with buttons and not one of them is mine!" Oh boy, so he's jumping up and down. So Toad says the whole world is covered with buttons. That's not really true, right? That's called exaggeration, but it gives you an idea about how frustrated he is. Toad ran home and slammed the door. There on the floor he saw his white, four-holed, big, round, thick button. "Oh," said Toad, "it was here the whole time. What a lot of trouble I have made for Frog." Can you guys believe it? It was there right then. Okay, so far what has happened? Toad lost his button. Frog's been so nice. He's been trying to help. They found a lot of buttons, but they haven't found it. And now he says, "Oh, it was here the whole time. What a lot of trouble I've caused." Toad took all of the buttons out of his pocket. He took his sewing box down from the shelf. Toad sewed the buttons all over his jacket. The next day, Toad gave his jacket to Frog. Frog thought that it was beautiful. He put it on and jumped for joy. None of the buttons fell off. Toad had sewed them on very well. So what's the point of the view of Frog right now? He says he jumped for joy. And it says Frog thought it was beautiful. You think he's happy? So was our prediction right? Did Toad find his button? He did find the button, right? But did you guys ever think that he would make a beautiful jacket out of all those buttons? I think he was feeling bad, don't you? I think he was feeling kind of bad that he treated his friend like that. You know, he was kind of being hard to hang out with when you get so mad about your button, and it was at his home the whole time, right? But that's okay. So the author's name is Arnold Lobel. So it says, Arnold Lobel was often sick and he missed many days of school when he was young. When he went back to school, he made friends by telling stories and drawing pictures. Many years later, Lobel's children liked to catch frogs and toads, and so Lobel loved the animals and wrote about them in his Frog and Toad stories. So the author's purpose, Arnold Lobel wanted to write about good friends, write about your friend, tell how you help each other. So maybe today you guys can write a sentence about one of your friends and how you guys help each other. Or you can even tell your mom or dad about a good friend with your words and tell them how you guys help each other. Okay, class, if you have this story printed off the party, you can follow along with me, or if you don't have it handy, that's okay. You can just read with me on this video. Okay, so the title is The Party. The Party. Okay, ready? I am 6 today, laughed Cat. Let's have a party. Let's have it at the beach, said her pals. It is not far. So we're going to look at the illustration. They want to have a party. Cat is 6. Okay, ready? I will bring hats, said Pig. I will bake a cake, said Dog. I will make a gift and card, said Chick. And look, you guys can see that they're imagining all the gifts that they're going to bring. The 4 pals went to the beach. They put on party hats. They ate cake. Cat opened her gift and card. And they're at the beach. Cat's looking pretty happy, right? Then the pals went for a swim. You are great pals, said Cat. They had fun, fun, fun in the sun. Okay, so I'm going to ask you guys some reading questions next. So if you guys want to write this down on a blank paper, you can do that. Or if you have a whiteboard, you can write down the answer on a whiteboard, or you can just tell me your answer. Even though I can't hear you, you can just say it out loud, okay? So number 1 says, why did Cat want to have a party? Why did Cat want to have a party? So we're going to think back. If you don't know the answer, you guys can always reread it. I am 6 today, laughed Cat. Let's have a party. Okay, so why does Cat want to have a party? Because it's a birthday, right? So you guys can write, why did Cat want to have a party? Or you can just write the answer. You can say, Cat wanted a party because she was turning 6. Cat wanted to have a party because she was turning 6. Okay. How can you tell Dog, Pig, and Chick want a party? How can you tell that they want a party? So page 2 it says, I will bring hats, said Pig. I will bake a cake, said Dog. I will make a gift and card, said Chick. So if they're doing all of those things, they must really like their pal Cat, don't you think? Yeah. So they're their friends, right? It's good to take care of your friends, especially something nice like on their birthday. So you guys can write, they make things for the party. They make things for the party. And if you want to write down what they made, you can do that too. Okay, number 3. Did the pals like the party? How can you tell? The 4 pals went to the beach. They put on party hats. They ate cake. Cat opened her gift and card. Then the pals went for a swim. You are great pals, said Cat. They had fun, fun, fun in the sun. So, did they have fun at the party? How can you tell? So you can write, they wore hats, comma, ate cake, comma, gave a gift, comma, and went swimming. They wore hats, ate cake, gave a gift, and went swimming. So they had a lot of fun, right? So those are our reading comprehension questions that go along with the story, The Party. So after any story that you guys read, it's always good to ask questions about what you read, like who was in it, what happened, why it happened, if there was any problem, or talk about your favorite parts. So some words have more than one meaning. So let's take a look at the two meanings of the word bark. Bark can be part of a tree, or bark can be a sound a dog makes. So it says, my dog likes to bark at trucks. The word dog is a clue to help you know the correct meaning of the word bark. So let's fill in the circle next to the picture that shows the correct meaning of the bold word. So anytime it says bold, it means it's going to be dark, dark black like that. Number 1, we will see a play today. Which one shows a play? These kids are playing. We will see a play. Look at, are these people watching a play on a stage? Yeah. So our clue is the word see. We will see a play. So that's going to be letter B. All right, I'm going to let you guys do these two by yourself. I left my lunch on the seat of the bus. So do they mean left hand, or do they mean leaving something behind? I left my lunch on the seat of the bus. Go ahead and fill in your answer, or if you have a blank piece of paper, just write number 2 in your answer. Number 3, let's seal the box and then mail it. What would be the correct answer? Let's seal the box and then mail it. Do they mean this kind of seal with tape? You seal something, or do they mean a real seal? Okay. We're going to do page 213 next if you have it. Page 213, or you can write down your answer on a blank piece of paper. So we're going to use these 2 vocabulary words. The first one is trouble. So it says, if you have trouble doing something, you have problems doing it. Whole. When something is whole, it is complete. None of it is missing. So number 1 says, I had trouble cleaning my room. So what is that? I had trouble cleaning my room. Is that this one or this one? It's a little boy down here, right? So you guys can write number 1B, or you can just draw a line down to B. We will eat the whole cake. We will eat the whole cake. Yeah, it's going to be A. All right, I want you to do the bottom part by yourself. So it says complete each sentence, use a word from the word box. So our words are trouble and whole. Mom had blank with the car today. So you're going to write down whether you think it's trouble or whole. And number 4, he ate half his snack and I ate my blank snack. Is that going to be trouble or whole? Okay, we're going to do page 521 now. For our math lesson today, we're going to make picture graphs. Now, it says that we need to ask 5 people to vote for their favorite winter activity, but we're just going to pretend that 2 kids in our class like sledding, so Miss Baugh drew little sleds. Now, if you don't have this printed out, you can draw it on a blank piece of paper. So you can just write sledding and then make a little box like this. You can just do it like that for now, right? So sledding had 2 votes. You can even just draw circles. So sledding had 2 votes. Ice skating had 1. And hockey had 2. Okay, so this is a picture graph when you're going to have pictures in it. So sledding had 2, ice skating had 1, and hockey had 2. So how many y'all? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's turn the page. If you don't have the paper, just follow along with Mrs. Baugh. A graph shows information or data. A picture graph uses pictures to show data. You can use a tally chart to make a picture graph. So the favorite color, apple. Red had 1 tally, so that'd be 1 vote. Yellow had 3 votes, so 3 tallies, so 3. And green had 2. So we can go ahead and trace those. So then using this information, we're gonna make a picture graph, okay? So it says red had 1, so you're gonna draw 1 red apple. Yellow had 3, so you're gonna draw 3 red apples or circles. And then green had 2, so you're gonna draw two of those, okay? All right, so write the totals in the tally chart, and then we're gonna make a picture graph with that information. So how many votes did triangle have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we're gonna write 5. How many votes did circle have? 1. How many votes did square have? 3. 1, 2, 3. So then we're going to use the tally chart to make a picture graph. So triangle had 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Circle had 1. And square had 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so tally chart, picture graph. So what's a picture graph? Describe it. How would you describe this? A picture graph has what? Pictures. Tally chart would have tallies and numbers, right? But the picture graph is gonna have pictures. So you guys are gonna do this part on your own. Complete the tally chart and picture graph. So you guys are gonna look at the weather, sunny, rainy, and cloudy, write the totals. Let's go ahead and read the goose or the duck together. Ready? It's hard keeping these feathers dry. So you guys are gonna do this exercise by yourself, making a chart. Okay. And when you're finished with that, you guys are gonna do this by yourself. It says Miguel asks his friends to name their favorite pet. 3 people like fish, 2 fewer people like cats, and 4 people like dogs. I want you to pay attention. 2 fewer people like cats. 3 people liked fish, 2 fewer people liked cats, and 4 people liked dogs. And then our right math, how does a picture show a number on the graph? How does a picture show a number on the graph? Well, if 4 people like dogs, it would show 4 pictures, correct? Okay, and this is also available in the Dropbox if you have access to a printer and you want your child to do extra work. These homework sheets are in the Dropbox here. Okay,